the batlet held tight with glee. Hunt OPC, his battle cry. Stars and moons light up the sky. OPC hunt, OPC. Through the cosmos wild and free. Romulans and foes we fight. Community, our guiding light. Battling communists with cheer. Reduces courage, knows no fear. With every clash and mighty roar. Victory's prize forevermore. OPC hunt, OPC. Through the cosmos wild and free. Romulans and foes we fight. Community, our guiding light. Battle anchor shift us soar. Reduces heart and core. Galactic winds, they lead our course. Unity, our driving force. Our driving force. OPC hunts OPC. Through the cosmos wild and free. Romulans and foes we fight. Community, our guiding light.
TAC 1701. TAC 1071. You suck. Everybody tight. TAC. You suck. I'm just kidding. How's everybody doing? Welcome in. Hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. We made it almost all the way. Not quite there yet. We're going to get there together. We're going to survive. We're going to survive. Me and TAC, we're going to live. We're going to survive. We're going to make it. So, today, topics. Well, there's several. Q, thank you for coming in with a 199 super chat to support me and the kids. Greatly appreciated. I'm actually very excited because for the first time in, 2 months? Tomorrow night, taking the kids to hockey, and it's Mardi Gras night. So, woo, doggy. I'm about to earn me some beads. Not in that way. But behave yourself. This is YouTube, not Twitch. But, as far as in-game stuff, I wanted to give y'all an update on the event store currency. I've been doing the tracking and kind of frustrated there. I'm not frustrated at y'all, but I do feel like y'all have not gotten pitchfork and torchy enough for my taste. I'm just giving you an honest opinion. I don't feel like the player base has been as pitchforky as I had hoped about your level 40 below brethren, so 39 and below. Y'all, they're suffering down there. I need y'all to care a little bit more, okay? I'm not trying to shame you. I'm just saying, look, like I said in the last stream, the only power we content creators have, whether it's me, TJ, Lou, Stamma, is the voice that y'all get. So, just reminding y'all, you regular folks out there are suffering. So, like, through 9 days, I would say that us in the hires and mid-level levels are getting decent amounts of event store currency. Those that don't know how that's going around for everybody else, here, I'll paste it right here. 56,400 is where anybody can be 39 and below compared to almost 150,000. So you're getting like 35% as much. Everybody here knows, hey, they need it to speed up, right? That's the whole point. So get your pitchforks and torches out. Help me push. Things happen when you push. Remember, we just had multiple things change based on feedback, including changing the mirror universe research tree to remove some of the 61 locks. So it can work. Gotta help me push. So, but this is a great opportunity for you to see where the events are. I've been putting them in every day. Just finished doing these right here. We see Suitors task number 3. I did make a slight alteration to the format, and that is just simply I boldened the ones that apply to 39 and below, just so it's easier for you to cite which ones are there for you. So this now shows everybody's stuff. Here are your events so far that pay out event store currency with. We do have a new heroic here with the Artifact Hunter, which if you're doing the Formation Armada one, getting the Artifact Hunter can be easier because the Artifact Hunter, if you're doing the Crit on formations, obviously you're going to pay out the Artifact currency. It depends on how many starts you've saved up. If you're doing your turn-ins, again, I know that the Formation Armada one, not the easiest for everybody. But we've also got the Suitor's Task number 3, which today is Eclipse. So if you haven't done that, go and get that done. And we'll cover all that and more. And then, of course, I figured it's worth mentioning that Alliance tournaments are returning. Now, Scopely posted a link to the qualifier page from back in August. Don't really know necessarily why, because we don't do qualifiers anymore. But 19th, that's 1 week from today, Alliance tournaments will begin again, which is important to take note of because that is loot, that is stuff, that is free primes, skins, etc. that all of you are going to want and need. So very important to get that in. So if you have not already prepared, start telling your Alliance mates. If you're a Commodore, if you're an Alliance leader, hey y'all, we need to make sure we focus on preparing for that. So saving up your opportunity chips, saving your oopsie tokens. If you have any of those left, I've not spent mine. I don't actually think I have enough to do the free to play with them, but let me check. The emergency field rations, I've got 10,000. How many do you need for that event? Alliance tournament. Do I have that spreadsheet handy? I do not have the spreadsheet handy. Huh. Wait, here it is. Let's see. How many do I need for that freebie? That one is... Sorry, looking for it. 19,800. So I'm about halfway there. I'm not there quite yet. I'm halfway there. But saving this token can help you with that as well. So all these things, by the way, if you need them, if you're here for the first time, we do run into people who've been to the stream the first time, say, hey, Rev, I would like the link to the spreadsheet for event store loot. Let me know. If you want the link for the Alliance tournament, let me know. We'll post it in the chat. So just spent 150,000 event store currency for the Vindicator. Yes. Short answer, yes. And I did put out my video early, so I'm sure some of you were expecting it to come out later. Normally, it doesn't come out this early. I got a sneeze in my nose, and it just won't come out. This Wednesday is just starting off to be a day. But, yeah, so the Vindicator to me is one of the most important things to get for a couple reasons. Now, I've said before that I'm a fan of arenas. However, I feel like arenas has taken a turn for the worst here lately, and we've seen that we can actually showcase that with the amount of players. The participation rate, which was at one point about 40% of all players who were active on Mondays, here in the past couple weeks has severely dropped off. We're seeing half that. I mean, it's not been good, and the impulse speed lock in particular has removed a lot of strategy for a lot of players. The frustrations are higher, and even though the lag and stability is slightly better, there are a couple different things being tested now to help with that. Overall, it's definitely taken a right now. So with that in mind, get the Vindicator, because right now arenas is your sourcing for the Vindicator. So with it taking a turn for the negative at the moment, definitely take this as an opportunity to get the Vindicator if you haven't already, so that you can then work on the process of getting all those fleet commanders and getting the SP for them. So I would absolutely recommend picking up the Vindicator, and it is luckily not that expensive, compared to other things here in the event store that I just made a video about, talking about, hey, we need to reduce the cost of some of these older items. You get the Vindicator cheaper than you can get a Enterprise cloak. It doesn't make any sense, but yes, short answer to a long-winded answer, should absolutely pick that up. Now, Vindicator unlocked today, several months before I figured I'd be getting it. Arc store is good so far. Happy to hear it, Jonathan. Look, I know that every month can have its ups and downs, and this month is no different, but this is a huge up month for me in event store offerings. I feel like this tab has been a literal fresh air. Just so fantastic. And then the loot that we're currently getting is, we're looking at being on pace for, more than last year. Still working on getting back to everybody wanting to get 400,000. And I'll definitely push for that. I'm sure others will. But this has been a fantastic change, and I'm excited about it. Now, do want to note a couple things that we have a limit on how much Dolomite you can pull. So honestly, I guess that shouldn't surprise anybody, but it ends up there is a limit here. Just FYI. Now, if you do the limit, you're still getting an entire prime, but you're limited to how much you can pull this. Keep in mind that it is a little bit pricey, so a lot of y'all probably won't hit the limit because you're going after things like the Ferengi Whip, the Fleet Commander spot, the Vindicator first, which makes sense. But there are some limits here that aren't listed, so just keep an eye out for that. Now, it is still, like, it's not limited to a point where I think this is a negative. I mean, because you're still getting a full prime's worth. That's a fantastic addition regardless. But for those who don't know, there is a limit to how much you can pull. Just kind of keep that in mind. It is still a fantastic value, not a negative. It's not a, oh, well, they're screwing us. No, it's still good, but they should have at least said, hey, there's a limit like they did with these over here. But these are still really good value, so pick them up if you haven't already. And then, yes, the Beryllium Spheres has one. I'll be honest, I wasn't planning on picking up a lot of Beryllium Spheres, but again, just so everybody is aware of things, there is one on the Beryllium Spheres as well. This is, in terms of like the long list, this is like third to last of what I would personally pull. So that means it's third to last of what I would personally recommend. Still good, still definitely worth going after. If you got extra currency left over, 7,500 laying around, pick it up. It'll get you some spheres to help, speed up that process, and nothing wrong with that at all. All right, what I'm going to do real quick is we've got to get some grinds in while we're here. You might as well use that opportunity to sit here and chat with y'all and grind with y'all. I'm going to send this on out, and we're going to do that together while we answer questions, because that's good. Good. Got the whip a few days ago, and then I got the Vindicator today. Congrats, Kevin. That is, well, I'll just be honest, for a month, that's a fantastic addition to your gameplay. I mean, the whip's going to help you with not only getting more of those rare and epic FTs, but also has that chance of giving you some extra proto matter and Taco Bells as you're looking around for something to snack on there with your Q trials. So definitely awesome. Hope you're excited about that. And Paulo says the weapon refits are nice, but not for 150,000 currency. Personally, I don't have an issue with those because they're brand new. 150K is normal, but they are cosmetics. That's the only thing I really try to make sure is noted there, is they are cosmetics, and I don't try to pretend there's something they're not. There's something for people like me who like cosmetics. If you don't like cosmetics, completely fine, but definitely worth getting after and unlocking if you have everything else. So good to see Crouching Jedi loving the event store. Unlock the Vindicator and halfway through unlocking the whip. Congrats. And if you're taking a look at the sheet that I'm providing, assuming you are a level 40 player, which obviously you are since you're unlocking the whip, you will be getting enough to get both. Again, assuming you're doing the SMSs, and we assume that this persists in the same manner. So again, we're on day 9 right now. How many days do we have left? We've got 11 if we're not counting today. So 20 days. To be able to multiply this by 2, we're looking at around 300,000 pure free-to-play currency, not counting leaderboards, not counting the heroics, which some of you might be able to do, how that compares to the past. Again, right at where we were the last couple times. I'm not trying to indicate this is fantastic. Also, the last week typically provides more than the first week. So just hopefully we can get this even higher than it was here back in December. But either way, we certainly are better than we were this time last year. And for that, I am a little bit thankful. I guess that makes me a shill, but whatever. Because this time last year, we got 200,000. That was absolutely pitiful. So just based on how trends are going, and with the hope that we'll see it get better in the last week as it typically does, should be able to get both of those things and more, which is fantastic. It feels like for the first time in a year that this event store is fresh and providing things of substance. So let's hope that continues moving forward. And it only happens, by the way, if y'all continue to voice your opinions, gripe, but in a constructive way. Very, very important. Team of Chris says, would it be right to assume they aren't doing the usual officer charge for spending ES currency? What exactly are you asking? Not actually sure what you're asking. Picked up 3 officers from early events, still trying to think about the new 7 officer. Great if you're into PvP. So, yeah, that's your playstyle. You'll have to answer that for me. Like, I can't answer that one for you. But if you're into PvP, Specialist 7 and that crew is a solid pickup. And yeah, I would say, hey, go after it. Depends on whether it's good for you. I know there are a lot of players out there who just simply do not do the PvP side of things, which is completely fine. I enjoy the PvP side of things, so Special 7 would be really handy for me. But it just really depends on you and your account. Let me go ahead and plop that on a note. Evening, don't forget to do your Vindicator if you haven't, so you can get access to this weekly event coming tomorrow. It's a great point for Anton to bring up. For those that do not know, let me go ahead and tell y'all what Anton's talking about. So every Thursday, there is an event specifically for the Vindicator to get more of its juice up currency for its refinery. To do that, you have to do armadas. So every Thursday, you're going to run armadas. Yes, uncommons count, and that'll give you more of the currency needed to do these refines right here. So if you unlock the Vindicator now, that means you'll have that event tomorrow, and that way you can start working on it with your Vindicator. Something I would definitely recommend. I would definitely recommend that. Just if we're trying to be efficient, and I know that's something that a lot of the players out there care about. How can I be as efficient as possible? Look at me. You want to be good, be strong, do it today. It's a good call out, Anton. Appreciate it. So, appreciate it. Chris says arena matchmaking blows. How can you compete against someone spending $1 bazillion? You can't. You just sit there and die. Chris, I'll be honest. I don't have an issue with arena matchmaking as a whole. I have an issue with the speed removal, the speed cap that is really limited. You know, the ability to perform well in those situations. That has me very frustrated. But yeah, there are definitely some bad matchups. Overall, I don't think matchmaking is terrible, but I think when you remove strategy, that is what ends up killing it. So that's just my thought. Keep in mind that you're talking to somebody. I beat a level 66 in arenas last week. So, I mean, I'm a level 56. We didn't have any high level G6s or anything. Like my group was, it was me. It was a 56, a 60, and a 58. Beat a 66. So it's strategy can work, but here's the thing. When the game starts removing the strategies that work, like speed, well, then it does become just a slobber knocker match. And clearly you're not going to beat slobber knocker to slobber knocker with people 10 levels above you. So there's definitely been pain points. I know if you're like a level 66, you know, matching with a 70 is an instant loss, kind of no matter what, because the distance between a 66 and a 70 is basically just between a 36 and a 50. But I'm hoping to get some of those changes that they made with good intentions reversed, because I feel like it's really hurting arenas. So we'll see what they end up doing. You know, arenas is one of those things that we can all agree, great idea. Implementation, we can have various, you know, leveling opinions on how much we agree that it's been underperforming, putting it as politically as possible. But no matter what, need to fix it, or it's just going to become a dead mechanic. And it's been a 3-month run. So, 3-month run. Speed limits because the base code of the game can't cope with higher speeds. Nope. I don't think that's true. Nope. We've done some testing and I don't agree with that. So, nope. I don't think so. I think it's fine to test that, but I don't think that is actually doing what they think it is. So, but anyway, we'll see what it looks like. All this to say, you don't like arenas, you don't want to fool with arenas, better get your Vindicator now, because it's the only way to get it through an event store if you're not going to do arenas. So get it in now while you can, because the rewards in there are simply undeniably good. I mean, the premium mirror dust that I get every day, then obviously the favors that you can unlock, like the G6 Innovative Engineering, which I love to get in and pull, but But anyway, good rewards. So do arenas if you can. If not, at least get the Vindicator, because the Vindicator is going to give you sourcing for fleet commanders, which will drastically improve your account. So let's see. My feedback for arenas has always been we need to just queue up for it as a solo and get matched with teammates to be able to join/invite others. They brought this up, and I don't think that conversation is dead for arenas. I think it's just been the entire focus has been trying to get arenas working as well as possible, and then look at, hey, what are neato things we can add? And I think most people would agree that if right now they were releasing basically an expansion to arenas for, you know, random pairings or pub matches that we would call in other games, I think people would be frustrated by that if they're not working on fixing lag and stability. I appreciate that they're doing that first, but yeah, I would still like to see that later on. Vindicator, NSCA, the answer is both, Omar, but as I said in my video, and again, if y'all did not see my event store video, I would encourage you to check it out. I would go Vindicator first in the event store, but I definitely recommend getting both. I mean, so if you can speed up your NSCA acquisition, definitely do that. And if y'all missed it, here is my event store video. Right, where's my button? There we go. If you haven't seen a event store video, I'll even like it myself. Why not? Why not? But went over all the different things, why I thought they were valuable. Yes, I needed to shave, cool, it's whatever. You can hate on it. But seriously, if y'all haven't, I go through all the things I think have value based on player level. So check that out if you haven't already. But I would definitely get Vindicator first before the NSCA, simply because the Vindicator is locked behind arenas, and I know that is a problem for many. Also says, unfortunately, I love arenas, but putting a band-aid on it instead of fixing it ruined it for me. Well, I mean, they're working on fixing it. So I don't have an issue with them trying to fix things. I have an issue if they don't fix things. Two different things. So I don't have an issue with the Band-Aid. I just don't think the Band-Aid worked, nor do I think the Band-Aid is as important as they think it is, because there are other things that have been learned since. So I still appreciate attempts to fix, right? As long as they don't just throw it on the floor. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Yeah. More frequent alliance tournaments versus invasion seem to be, at least to be a way to hurt F2P even more. No one can have accumulated a lot of our tune chips by then, for example. Why not? Why not? I'm sitting at 5,000 opportunity chips. That's almost 3. And technically by then I'll have 3 full pulls of that event. No, I mean, Alliance Tournaments was always set to run once a month. It's not hurting free to play in any way. I don't understand these arguments. It doesn't make any sense. So, what mirror system are you tri-faction farming for rep right now? Question. When I do my tri-faction farming, I'm currently in Mirror Chevron. That's where I'm currently at. Now, others might be in Mirror Romy, or if you're lower level, you might be down here. But I'm currently grinding in Jerome, the level 60 system, when I go in there for rep grinding. That's where I'm at. And you can use your NSCA or you can use your G5 ship. Either one will work. And have at it. Now, I will take my NSCA just because I want to look out for the loot goblins. If I get more of that liquid Trellium D, I'll look out for those. And the NSCA has that handy dandy research that makes that super easy to hit those hostiles. I mean, they really won't put a dent in you, even if you only got 1 of the researchers, because that's where I'm at. And I do fine with it. I've done 1 out of 6 for going after the loot goblins, and it's completely no bueno. No bueno. So, I mean, very bueno. Mucho bueno. Whatever the good is, it's good, okay, is what I'm trying to tell you right now. It's good. So you only need 1. And then you're able to take on the loot goblins, and that can drastically increase the amount of liquid Trellium D you're getting. And even if you're only hitting a couple of those a week, I mean, that's still helping. That way, when your officers get to the point that they need it, you can do that. But also, more importantly, making sure everything that you find valuable in the refinery, you're able to pull because you have more liquid Trellium D. So I like to go after and find those and then use this to make sure I'm taking that loot goblin down. So it's very handy. Let's see what else we got here in the comment section. Can anyone explain how Anorak's 30% loot bonus compared to Picard? Sure, Elisa. They work completely differently. One works on the boxes. One works on the currency of the hostile that you're farming. So, good news, Alyssa. I actually just put out a video yesterday talking about how Anorax works. Anorax is extremely interesting. Here's the video. Anorax is extremely interesting because he's different than other loot officers. Now, I think it's different in a good way, hence the video. But there are certain grinds that you're going to want to use Anorax if you unlock him versus using Picard, and vice versa. You know, Anorax is not going to improve every loop in the game, but when we talk about things like mirror grinding or Zendi grinding, he can be super beneficial. It depends on what you're doing. He's improving the loot boxes, whereas Enterprise E Picard is improving the loot of the hostile itself, not the box. So 2 very different styles. This is the first time I've ever explored into this boosting the box method, and I think it's good. Now, as always, I'm not telling you to go spend money to get something. I'm just telling you how something works. I don't have Anorax yet. I would like to obtain him, but we'll see how that ends up going. I don't have enough materials to win any of these heroics. I'm just going to have to wait until whatever the path comes out for that officer. But very neat officer in terms of how he works. And I think for the average player, something to definitely go for long term, because it will help make some of your loops easier, which I think a lot of people want. Everybody wants better loops. So that's going to help with better. So, have the tournament chips, didn't see the task last tournament. Refresh. It's, I get it. That's a lot. For me, the way that I have found the meta when it comes to tournaments, and obviously there's no task up, so I can't really show task, but I can at least have the screen up while I talk about it. I talked about this in the last time we did a tournaments video. The biggest thing with tournaments is save up your stuff, and once you can start getting the pulls, you'll snowball into having plenty of refreshes. Because once you find your event that gives you refreshes, and you can find it again, well, you need to have everything saved up for multiple options. So for example, if you only have opportunities chips saved up, then if that's the only task you're rolling for, it's a lot easier to burn through all of your rolls. However, again, I'm gonna just tell you things to have saved up. Have your opportunity chips saved up, right? For the 19th of February. What else can we have saved up? Our pulls for Epic Dominion Directive. Our pulls for Epic Board Directives. That's the rare Dominion chest and the rare board chest should be sitting ready to go on the 19th. That's 3 free-to-play 10K tasks right there. Proto Matter, another one that you can do that day. Grinding 55,000 Proto Matter, most people can do through a various combination of Mirror Refinery, X-Borg, and hitting Q Trials. So that's 4. There are a lot of different ones that you can kind of have ready. And if you're able to start cycling through all of those, you just get an abundance of refreshes, making it easier to find the ones that you want. Is it a perfect method? No, but it is a snowballing effect. When you save for more and then find those tasks and have more tasks saved up, you can then have a build up there. And then obviously it helps to coordinate with your alliance. One thing I have noticed on some servers is players with the best of intentions are just scrolling, refreshing constantly, while other people are looking in the menu that maybe needed the event that they're refreshing. So having just some real quick communication in your alliance, just say, hey guys, I'm looking for this event. If you spot it, let me know. And I'll be spending my refreshes looking for it. Just a little bit of coordination will go a long way versus, having a 100-person alliance and everybody just being in there at the same time, just refreshing every event that maybe they don't need that you could have used, and just letting everybody know, hey, I'm looking for this one. I need this one in particular. If you see it, please don't refresh it. And I'll pick it up and that'll start the refresh process anyway. So it takes a while to get going. But once y'all get a method rolling with your group and also with your own saving your free-to-play currencies, then you won't notice the refresh problems or lack of refresh being as big of an issue, but it does take time to get that going. And I'll say those are the 2 biggest things, making sure you're saving multiple tasks for free-to-play and also making sure that your alliance is not stepping on each other's toes. And just remember, we do have this handy-dandy spreadsheet. I love the Q-snap. I'm just stuck on it. We have this handy-dandy spreadsheet that if you do not already have, we have it in my Discord, but these are just various things that you can free-to-play save. For example, rare solos, the rare dominions right there. You save those. Your opportunity chips we talk about, your Q trial grind. You're technically, depending on where you're at level-wise, temporal disruptors is a free-to-playable one that you can do, as you can see here. So again, just having things ready to go. If you are able to upgrade this one, this is technically free to playable, but that one's tough. If you save a command center upgrade for the uncommon skill acquire one. So there are different things that y'all can work on, save on to make those happen. So again, it's just preparation. And now that we have a week in advance, y'all know, let's prepare for these. Let's get these going. And again, the more you talk with your alliance, the better it will be. Starlight, have I missed the obligatory cheese crew question? Believe it or not, Joanne, you did. We actually did have a cheese crew question earlier in the chat that one of the chat members helped out with. So you missed it, but that's okay. It's a tradition here on the stream to have some cheese. So shout out for good cheesy tradition. We just made a rule in our alliance to only refresh tasks with an officer's approval, and it's helped a lot. All right, Kinky Cheese, I can see that. And I will say that feels a little harsh, but I guess it depends on how much it was hurting the alliance. Right? Because what if a Commodore's not on? But, maybe I'm nitpicking as a normal member there. I get it, though, because if it can help everybody find what they're looking for, especially if the onus then goes on the Commodores to use their refreshes to help the Alliance members find the, events they're looking for, then that could actually work out quite well. So, yeah, kudos to you and your Alliance trying to find ways to do better. And, John, if today is your birthday, happy birthday, my friend. I hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday. Happy birthday. You're awesome. We appreciate you. Thank you for being here. There's no way to see who is refreshing. There's not a way to see who is refreshing. No. So, I mean, if that's how Kinky Jesus and their group are running it, then there is going to have to be that level of respect, understanding, etc. But I mean, if it's working for them, that's awesome. And I mean that sincerely. I think that's heckin' awesome if they found that method that is working for them. I do need to go hit some eclipse here for our suitor events. Let me go do that real quick, like, and in a hurry. Got to do that. And today is not even Armada Day, but today. All right, here we go. Heading on in. Unless you have a big Spenders Alliance, refresh the multiphasic task. Yeah, I mean, see now, let me point out, the multiphasic one is something that my alliance would prefer me not probably to do. Or, I mean, not, let's just say the multiphasic one they probably won't get frustrated at. However, there's one that I'm sure 99% of y'all refresh that my alliance can do free to play. And that is the acquire 2200 uncommon G6 or gas crystal. How can they do that? Well, my alliance, which is a higher level alliance of spenders, you can free to play that by spending multiphasic. Now, the rest of us, we can't just easily acquire 2,200 uncommon G6. But there are ways that you can do that free to play as a higher level. So it just depends. Again, having conversations with your alliance can help everybody out, because here's the thing. If they pick that up, well, then it's going to refresh anyway. And you want them to pick it up if they can do it, because that's more points for your alliance score. So the better y'all communicate, the better you're performing. And then obviously I want everybody here to be a Masters League. I know that's not possible for everybody to be in Masters League, but I want everybody to be in Masters League. You know, it's kind of a big deal. So I gotta put tips and territory real quick. 1 second. There we go. Got those sent. Awesome. While we grind out these hostiles. All right. You get the 2200 from the Revenant Daily Refine. If you have it high enough, that's a good point, Rue. You absolutely can. So again, having ways to go after this, or, you know, having the communication with your alliance to make sure that y'all are doing everything that you can to help each other is really important. And I'm hopeful that with y'all having a weak knowledge of this coming, many of y'all are going to be able to do a lot of these events free to play. And hopefully that means that y'all get more currency than you normally would, which means more cool things in the store like free primes, right? More free primes. Alrighty. Knowing what your alliance mates can do or not do is super important to be able to re-roll confidently. Absolutely. 100% agree with that. So yeah, the better you communicate with your alliance, the better y'all help each other out, the more points you're going to score. And why do you want to score more points? Simple. You want more store currency because you want free primes. You want free skins. You know, I mean, things that my spenders have spent money on the past year, I have now gotten for free. For example, my board cube sitting here with the skin. Why does this skin matter? Well, it does give you a slight buff in the cube's strength, but more importantly, it gives the cube the ability to jump systems immediately. I mean, that's super handy, Chat. I mean, it honestly is. Like, I'm not trying to hype up the cube, because I've been honest that the cube is very meh for 30 levels and then it becomes good. So that hasn't changed, but getting that skin for free is actually quite nice and is very, you know, cool to have. It's a nice thing to have on your account. So if you can get that for free, I would recommend it. There's also other good skins in there. So free, free, free. We like free. I am a big fan of free. Love free. Captain's Log says, speaking of the cheese crew, I was wondering if there any other scenario where it would make sense to use it to punch up. Or is Zindy Aquatics the only thing it makes sense for? There are a couple things, Log. We've actually used a variation of that cheese crew on on these Armadas before. Like if you wanted to solo these Armadas, the exchange ones. Some people don't have a big enough alliance, or they don't want to share the loot because they're stingy little beeholes. You can use that to solo Eclipse Armadas if you wanted to. There are different mechanics you can apply it to. I would say that they're very niche, so it just depends on the situation. Maybe you have a big hostile you're trying to punch up on, or, you know, maybe there's this specific thing that you've been stuck on that this crew can help you get a little bit over the top. But yeah, there are a couple different things that you can do. Not necessarily, you know, amazing, like game-changing things, but there are little niche scenarios you can absolutely apply that idea of Leslie giving you the regen to other things. So for the Eclipse, how we used to do it was combining that with shield regen and having whole regen. Depends on what you're doing. John says it may be weird, but I dislike the cube warp because an extra click that can waste a little bit of time in arenas. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Do you know when the Prime that uses the repair prime particle from the mirror refinery, having a hard time finding it. Do you know where the prime is that uses the repair prime particle from the mirror? Yeah, that's in my primes. Let me see out that spreadsheet. I've got so many spreadsheets. By the way, I need a spreadsheet helper. If you legitimately want to help me with a spreadsheet, I need somebody to help me out. Mostly because I'm running out of time to do all my spreadsheets. Between keeping up with the event store one, making sure the tournaments one is updated with helping Quasel, and I got a couple others I work on for myself. I do need somebody to help me with one of my spreadsheets. If you're a spreadsheet nerd, like you enjoy doing data entry and you can make it pretty, hit me up. As far as the one that you just mentioned, that one is, I have to pull that one up in the game because I don't think I haven't separated that one yet, but I do have it listed as F2Pable. So that one is, I'm looking on the spreadsheet first and I'm gonna put it on the screen. So give me a second. Mirror refinery, I'm looking for the mirror refinery. Mirror refinery. I think it's that one. All right, if this is the one, you're talking about the repair one. Hey, Chrono, good to see you. That one, I just need to make another box for it. Field training, field training, field training. Give me just a second. I'll put it on the screen. I could have sworn. Yeah, here it is. This is it. Found it. All right, it is in the station tree. I had to go look for it. And I've highlighted it. So prime repair prime particles for prime repair cost efficiency right up here. It is in like column 1, 34, like that. Anyway, I'm gonna find it. It's in the prime sheet. But anybody that likes to help out with data entry, this is one of the ones that I could use assistance on, because there are some new primes that have come out that I have not updated in this sheet yet, and I've been busy with other spreadsheets. So if anybody would like to help with this and other spreadsheets, please, we're always looking for volunteers who don't mind getting their keyboard dirty. If you have a little bit more Dorito dust you can fit into your keyboard, please help us out. We're always looking for more volunteers. Greatly appreciate it. Anyone point out where the Alliance tournament graph in the Discord? Can't find it. Volunteer charts channel, Chris. It's in the volunteer charts channel. If you're looking for the list of tasks. All right. Why aren't tournaments so often now? Once a month is not really often, Chris. Once a month. I mean, you're just in a shorter month. February's only got 28 days in it. But I mean, that's just doing it once a month. I mean, it's definitely a heavily requested event, I can tell you that. But yeah, once a month. We reset this node and get that event done for the day. Oh, they're bi-monthly? No, bi-monthly is what Galactic Invasions was supposed to be. And Galactic Invasions is not currently bi-monthly. It's only been running once a month as well. But yeah, those haven't changed. So, I'm grinding rep in faction ships and Romulus right now. I was wondering if there is a loot difference between the regular traders and heavy traders. There's no difference at all. Oh, William, they are identical loot boxes. So, both of them will drop. Loot is determined by the level of hostile, not the type of hostile in that instance. So, you're hitting the same level, you're getting the same potential reward drop. Hopefully that makes sense. All right. What else we got here? What systems have loot goblins in them, and how can I tell from the galaxy map? You cannot tell from the galaxy map, generally speaking. Now, if you've got an eye for it, you can kind of tell. So what you do, for example, in Mirror, you go and select hostiles, and you're looking for the minor survey icon. However, that's not always true. For example, Mirror Romy is one of the rep grinding systems. The loot goblin doesn't spawn in Mirror Romy. I'm 99% sure. However, it does spawn here in Mirror Breen, but traders don't. So it's kind of squirrely to spot. For example, into these systems for your Zindi, they technically can spawn in any of these systems, but you just got to be there and find it. So looking is really the best option, like manually looking, which you can do with the NX-01's ability, assuming you have the juice. You just got to look. Yeah. Mihai says if you have two types of hostiles, one of them is a trader, should be the loot one. Should be. Yeah, should. Should. There's an aquatic loot goblin. Nope. Nope. These are Regular Zindi Reptilian loot goblins. Zindi Reptilian loot goblins. To pay out more scraps. All right. Oh, we're getting our survey mining event done. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. And the bounties. Yeah, and the bounties. As I try to slowly complete this suitor event. I'll tell y'all, this is going to be like another Rev Ran edition. Eclipse grinding has really become like the Cardassian 50 system for me. I know they added more of these systems, so it's not as bad, but like, oh, my Lanta. I don't need to do this anymore. Why am I still here? I could just run the Armadas, though. It'd be easier, but tomorrow is the Armada day. So why couldn't they have, you know, matched these up and run the suitor event tomorrow during Apex? Like, synergizations, please. Like, synergize your events. Be nice. Be nice. Be really nice. Yep. You could do it tomorrow, but here's the thing. Wickeds, Chrono, Burn. There's another event tomorrow. So that means I got to push another event to tomorrow. Am I the only one who gets frustrated like this? I mean, technically, you could save all the suitor stuff to the last day, right? I guess what I'm saying is, I want to get it done knowing there's more happening tomorrow, right? I guess that's Rev falling prey to a smidge of FOMO. Just a smidge. Just a smidge of FOMO, right? I don't want to save events. Like, I'd rather just let me get it done and then I'll do the one tomorrow. I'd rather have one event today than two events tomorrow. That's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. I'd rather do one today than two tomorrow, right? Gosh, I've been eat up with FOMO. I have failed. Rev has succumbed to a FOMO. And I thought I was really proud of myself. I thought I'd fully broken away. Apparently, not fully broken away. I've not fully broken away. I've got more. I have to go back and take the plague list and everything. I got to get back to it. All right. Well, oh well. Well, we'll fix it. Don't worry. I'll get it fixed. But anyway, that's my gripe today. It would have been nice, regardless of my ability to do it, if they would have just had it all synergized. Been nice. That's what I'm telling you. Anyway. Cash grab. Okay, I feel like those are buzzwords. There's nothing cash grab about Eclipse. If there's anything cash grabby about that. Okay. All right. Does the research Prime Syndicate XP or Syndicate Spike affect all sources of Syndicate XP, like the Daily Chest, that's now available for the Terran faction? It does affect several things, but not everything. It's just a grind. Corey, it is. By the way, Corey, great to see you, my friend. I hope your friend's doing better with that tire situation. I do. Honestly, you know what? Heck it. I don't heckin' care. Heck it. Heck it. I'm just going to launch this. I'm just going to launch the big old juicy 40 fizzle. Yep. And I hope people will attend. Yep. Get your butts in here. There we go. You know what? Heck it. Heckin' to heck it to heck it. Yep. Where's your speed crew? I don't bring it. My speed crew is sitting on my miner right now. Yep. I got my speed crew on my Nova because that makes so much sense. All right, let me tell you why. Arenas has really thrown around my crewing in terms of where I have things. And this is where I have my speed crew for arenas. And it's also where I typically have my miner. The miner crew's below decks and I just don't switch them around. So you know what? It's okay to be lazy sometimes. It is. It's okay to be lazy. It is. You must undergo Holinar to truly leave FOMO behind. Not wrong. Not wrong. Finally got the Prime Daily Faction event. Congratulations. I have to wait till the night to do a lot of my refines. So for those who like to keep me on my toes about my refines, remind me tonight. That said, if you're watching this stream right now, go do your mission key. If you've not done your mission key, you are in danger of becoming a communist, right? Nobody in this chat wants this. I know everybody out there are loving, God-fearing Americans. You bleed red, white, and blue. You're capitalist at the core. You love a free market. Go collect your mission keys. Thank you very much for helping all of your alliance mates and yourself. I tremendously appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Go do your mission key right now. Yep. Thank you. All right. So many sources for mining speed. The officers aren't necessary as they used to be. Yeah, I don't bother with them. The only officers that I have felt matter in mining for 4 years now are protected cargo crew. I personally don't think that any other mining officers matter. Protected cargo is all that matters now. And you're more than welcome to disagree with me. I just don't think that anything else matters anymore. It's just protected cargo officers or nothing. And I don't honestly even care if I use those. So, yeah. Get your tax refund converter tokens. Good call out. Good call out. If you're helping your alliance, isn't that more like communism? No, that's not it at all. Here's what communism is. Communism is ignoring the mission key and everybody else ignoring the mission key so that everybody lives in squalor and poverty. That's communism. Actually embracing your opportunities and taking advantage of them and uplifting those around you with good, God-fearing money. That, capitalism. Communism is everybody forgetting their mission keys and sitting in squalor and destitution, right? We don't want that. We don't want that at all. Your mission keys. Love you. All right. I built my Enterprise DMR retard. Can't wait to take them into arenas on Monday. Heck yeah. Love it. I'm excited for you. Cannot wait. I will have mine here in a month or two. So, oh boy, we only got 2 people here. Well, this might not go that well. We might not win. Yep. Yeah, I might bring this as a backup. If nobody else comes, I'm just going to use the sun pack. Boom! I did it. All right. Yep. I still have 6 hours and 25 minutes before I can pull my next mission key. That sounds like you've been doing good things. Good things. Means you've got the one here in the officer's chest working on the regular. And I respect it. I've got 4 days, 4 hours, so I can do that one. Do need to pull this, though. Good reminder for everybody. Do need to pull this one. Remember, there's a cap of 5,000 of the Independent Archive currency that you can hold at any given time. So, with that in mind, make sure you're pulling this every day, right? It helps out. I do it on my low-level account. I do it on my high-level account. Super good. Give you more officers. Who here doesn't need more officer shards? Pull it every day. Very helpful. Also, go ahead and pull this. Hopefully, getting, hey, reputation, exocomps. Those are still useful. Those are still useful. All right. I got ships here now, so we're Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane, Gucci Mane, Gucci Mane, Gucci Mane. Like, what the heck are you doing? What alternate universe are we in where Rev reminds us to do mission keys? Also, Cerritos. Today is Cerritos Wednesday. A great day. Cerritos Wednesday in. Get your Cerritos Wednesday in. Do I have... I'm waiting on 2 more folks to come on in. And we'll have that one done. You need to go ahead and pull my pulls up. Whaley McWellerson probably doesn't need more officers. Here's the funny thing. Whaley McWellerson does want more officers. Yeah. I'll tell you why. Because Whaley McWellerson out there wants to max out their mess hall. They're not like Rev Deuce who stopped their mess hall at level 69 because it makes the 13 inside of them chuckle. They want that, and they want it now. So, yeah, I need to do waves as well. Since we're reminding each other of things that we need to do. I need to do waves. That would be actually a really good idea to go do. All right, let's see. Got my others. Trying to get the points. All right, where we got in here? I need that one. There we go. Section 31 transmitters. How many Section 31 creds do you have right now? Only 1,100. Because I very rarely run waves. It's something I gripe at myself for. I need to run more waves. So if one thing is lacking, you see I'm not even level 50 yet on my facade building. So not that it's the most important building in the world, but I would still like to have all my buildings upgraded. Yeah. I mean, I've got my DTI higher than I've gotten, or as high as I've gotten my facade. So I definitely need to work on that. I want to join your armada. I'm in my armada, you lint liquor. I'm in it. Lint liquor. Your facades level 52. Very nice. Oh, by the way, remember I was talking about, hey, those random formations can help you with certain events? Look at all this currency I got. Look at all this premium artifact restorations I got sitting right here. Look at all that. Oh, isn't that juicy? Aren't you jelly? Could be jelly. Yeah. They're good stuff. I am. Adam Dagnabbit, I'm right here. Dang it. Stop making me double check things. My Atlanta. Oh, sweet Jiminy Crickets. Gosh darn it, Adam. Making me check things. All right, there we go. See? See? Now can I go back and do my artifact discussion, sir? Can I please go back, Master, and do my artifact? Thank you. I appreciate it. All right, back to pulling my artifacts. Like a good guy. Famous bug then on the other side. I've been getting that bug a lot, where if you join an armada, it shows you flying away from the armada. Yeah, I've definitely gotten that bug. So at least I understand where you're coming from there. And no free-to-play drip. Well, poop. Well, poop. All right, let's see. Hey, Perks phaser rifle. Look at that. There we go. Looky, looky. Perks phaser rifle. Heck yeah. That was nice. That was nice. Do you know whether or not the Revenant will be listed in the next Arc event store? I do not know, Matt. No, that I don't know. So, oh, it's only those two. I was really hoping it was going to let me do all of them. Oh well. I was really hoping it would let me do any new unlocks. Darn. I guess I should have read it first. We went from 10 million to 500 million triple lock my FKR in less than 2 weeks because of DTI. That's good. I'm glad it's working out well for you. So, I'm glad it's working out well. Your ship is just assigned to boldly go. Speaking of which, are we ever getting more of those events? Yes. We are. Claim your away missions. Hey, you know what? Not a bad reminder, Mohammed. Let me go out and do that. Because I've not clicked that yet today. And look, we have a bunch of them ready. It's like you knew. Have you been stalking my account? Are you secretly logged into my account? Because that would be against terms of service. Don't do that. Don't log into other people's accounts. It's bad. That's bad. All right. Any word on why the event store currency is so bad? Because you're below level 40, Death Wolf. Because you're below level 40. Short answer is you're below level 40. Afternoon, Bartman. How you doing? Welcome in. Good to see you. Welcome in and good to see you. 15 billion is level lock for faction. Well, it's not the last level lock, but that is one, yes. The last level lock in the game is currently 500 billion. That's the current highest level lock you can get to. 500 billion. Obviously, it's way up there for a lot of people, but between DTI and Mirror, that's honestly not that hard to get to in the game today. Yeah, it's 500 billion is the current top. Go here, and let's see, traits. And we're going to hide things that don't matter. And where's my empathic at? There we go. Get him. Concerned that I want to be able to get the 180 to buy the FC slot. I'm concerned about that for lower levels as well. And I've been bugging the overlords about it. I've messaged live ops. I've messaged the game designers. The community managers. And I've got other people doing the same thing. I mean, we're bugging them from multiple fronts. And that's all we can really do. The other thing that I would ask is if you're out there, help out and you bug as well. If you're out there, you need the community bugging about it in the Discord, bugging about it on their Facebook page. You need to bug them. So message that this is not fair and that they're not getting near enough. We go over here. Crates, Star, Wharf, and that works. Let's go defense. Marcus's defense. There we go. Reached a second lock with Fed while cleaning ROM locks are still around 10 mil, having difficulty with increasing my ROM rep every day. Matt, I mean, between missions, you could also just jump in and do... you can also just jump in and do... Oh, my brain's freezing on me. Mirror Universe grinding. I'm not sure what level you're at. That'll let you do all 3 at once. Do pilot, Sulu, and assimilated. Where's my Fluffy? Oh, he's not available right now. Okay, well, we'll just do health. And actually, let me check for another miner. We'll do Barrett, because Nero's used on other missions. All right. My scope is switched to Syndicate XP only rewards for the spend ES currency. For this time around, yes. This time around. All right, do that one for 1 day. Yeah, this time around, that is the current set. That doesn't mean it's going to always be like that, just that it is like that right now. Nothing there, so I'm going to just put Crass. All right, the Vindicator NSCA, which would be better get from the event store? Just like I said in my video, Angelo, if you haven't watched it, go check it out. The Vindicator. The Vindicator. About 21 billion for all three, and wait for Op 61 to start work on the final lot. Very nice, Kinslayer. Very nice. So what are your long-term plans with that? Like, are you going to max them all your G5 epics out and then do it? Are you going to just real quickly push to 63? What's your plan? I am honestly curious to know what the plan is. What's this 60? Oh. I'll jump in on this, and I'll go ahead and recall this. For mid-30s ops, what loop should we be working on? Your Borg loop, for sure. If you've made it to at least 35, then starting to work on your Dominion loop. Your freebooter loop is right around the corner, so just make sure your ships are strong enough to pick up that loop. I would personally be still doing your amalgam loop, assuming you need it. Obviously, if you do the amalgam loop right, you don't need to do that very often at all. But, I mean, those are some big ones. Your armadas, pretty important. The Cerritos on Wednesday, would definitely be doing that one, so I can get the Cerritos upgraded. There are a handful of loops of mid-30s that are still very powerful and relevant, and for you to go after. There's my exchange loot. Now I do need to go into here. Factions. Now let's go to Rogue and get all these claimed and do my epic uranium pull. All right, let's do this one. And Kevin, we've been asking for that for years. That's definitely not something we're not asking for, I promise you. Let's say sitting at 60 until I max Enterprise D and get the Daradex to around tier 9. I respect it. Now, next question. Why not max all three? Because they're so amazing. I love them. Now, I would actually be happy if you did that. Can you do that for me? Can you do that for me? All right. There's a lot of ships just flying around here. Look at all these Stellas. So many Stellas. I have one research left to finish from the territory tree. Very nice, Roboski. You've done better than me then, because I still have several that I've got to complete in my tree. Go ahead and hit that real quick. Hit this button, and we'll come into my territory tree. See, I'm working on adaptive defenses right now because the ISO, but I still got a lot that I need to do because I need more chronometric particles. I'm lacking on the chronometric particles. I can get more of those. Regular things like this that I can do, which are completely fine, but I've got plenty to still go after. I'll go ahead and do this in here. And because you mentioned it, this is actually one of the pulls that I always forget about, is doing my territory pull. Let me go see if I have. Yep, we can do our pulls. I always forget about this. So if y'all actually are ever wanting something to remind Rev of, this is something you can remind Rev of. Go do his territory pulls, because this one just feels like it's always off in a random spot. I never think of pulling it. So yeah, if y'all ever want to bug Rev about something that he might be forgetting, I can promise you I'm probably forgetting to pull my chronometric particle. So yep, there's your reminder, anybody out there. If you haven't pulled them, go pull your chronometric particles so that you can get that done. All right, got that. That should finish that event. We'll go ahead and recall that home since we're OPC. Do you have any updates? War Polygon Loop, given new crews. Just rewatch a video. Yep, nothing's really changed for crewing. Watch the video. We haven't really had any new Armada officers brought in, so pretty much the same strat, same ideas. As you get stronger with your Revenant, you can open up to different crews, but yeah, mine is still sitting where it's at, and not much has changed. Just waiting on my pulls later. I do need to go run some more solos though. I do need to make these pulls real quick so I can get these in. Go ahead and do this. Got that. Got that. There we go. That's the goodies. Look at that. 22,000 4-star. Oh man, that's gonna be, if only I could get that in ship parts. That's gonna be some maxed out ISS jellies. ISS jellies. Ken says they've already got their Enterprise D at tier 7. You can get to Daredevil and Retar now, but wanted to save Klingon creds for the Selkie. So that would be the logical way to approach it. But here's a little bit something else I can tell you. Screw logic, have fun, get all the ships, and then just, go burn down the server and hit everything that moves. Probably don't do the last part, but all 3 ships, all the fun. I'm doing all 3 ships. So yeah, I say do what Rev does. Get all the ships and enjoy all the things. How can you not want to enjoy all the things? Do that. Rev does. Speaking of ship parts, when do you start to get G5 uncommon ship parts from the refinery? The uncommons are 53. 53. The best place for ship parts in the game right now is a combination of the ISO pulls right here. You're going to Eviscerator and then your Voyager pull. That's the best place to get your ship parts. Now, obviously, Voyager, as it tiers up, eventually becomes like only G5. The Eviscerator is nice because I can still get G4 and G5 from it. Again, just depends on what tiers you have them at. I'll go ahead and actually do an amalgam pull here because I had some extras from the Commerce Insignia bonuses we were talking about. So let me actually do those real quick. And I actually do this mostly for the ship XP. Because ship XP is a pain in the behind. All right, let me go here. I should be able to pull another one of these. Yep, there we go. And hopefully more faction rep exos. Yep, there we go. 100%er. Very nice. Very nice. What's the epic pool start? 57. Epic pool start at 57. Now, let me go ahead and let you know real quick. Best place to get mats right now in the game in the 50s is your Revenant Refinery. And you can get those epics and stuff a lot earlier than relying on the regular refinery. So not this one, but coming down into this one right here. Make sure you're doing your Revenant, because the Revenant is going to be your source for all things juicy and goody when it comes to materials and resources right now. Continue working on your Revenant. Make sure you're going through the scrap cycle, etc. Okay, what can I upgrade? Warp range. Actually, I might want to do that. Warp range. Yeah, we're going to knock that up a little bit. Please tell me that gave me a new skibbity bop system I can reach. Because Lord knows I would like to go deeper. That's darn. Darn. Wee bit. Darn. Well, I still don't regret it. But yep. Too short. Are there any plans to add new FTs to the refinery? I don't have any specifics I can give you, but short answer, yes. In terms of when is the question, and I don't have an answer to the when. But is it something that's been forgotten about? No. It's not like the exocomp thing that's been forgotten about. That's a positive. That's at least a good thing. What about Chaos Tech? Chaos Tech just got added in its refinery, so I don't expect any changes super soon. But, yeah. Any news about ADI? Huh? What new? Huh? That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. Finally got the whip. How far should I take it? Tier 8. Not a lick further. Tier 8 and not a lick further. You want news about expanding independent archives? Check my video this week. I swear it's like y'all all come to the live streams and don't watch the videos. Guys, put out video. I just put out a video talking about that. Literally 2 days ago. You too. Like, it's one thing if it's something that we talked about 3 months ago. Completely get asking about it in live stream. But like, these are things that I put out in the past 48 hours. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Corey. You have videos? I know. Right? It's shocking. Shocking. Is it worth it to have 2 of the level 34 epic ships? I would say that it's not needed. Do I like having both the Augur and the Enterprise? Yes. Do you need both of them? You don't. So it's if you're a ship collector, or if you just want to, take the game a little bit slower, work on officers while you're doing that, sure. But you don't need that. You don't need it. One will do you just fine. Did you kill radio stars in your videos? I think I did. Yeah. I don't even know what that means. But yes. Should I camp at FOPS 46 for a while after camping out 44? Well, that depends. Where are you at on your milestones? So like what I try to encourage people to do is build milestones for their account. Like, what do you want to reach? What do you want to accomplish when you get to a certain level? And have you reached them? For me at 46 was picking up Pylum, right? And I wanted my Pylum, personally, just my decision, to be tier 7 before I went up. That was one of my goals. Now, I also wanted to be able to do my silent hostiles, or be able to do the hostiles that I would need to hit at level 50. That's another one of my goals. So what milestones are you reaching? Because it's quite possible that you got so much stuff saved up at 44 that when you hit 46, you hit everything immediately and you're ready to move up again. So it depends on what your own goals are. Did you camp at 53? Yes. Yeah, but again, it's about setting milestones. Yeah. Any level that gives you faction ships is generally a good level to camp at. Depends on what your milestones are. So, depends on what your milestones are. You have the Sanctus and the Vorchot. Nice, Fenris. I have the Sompeg. I've not picked up another 56 rare just because I don't need one. I'm saving everything for the 60 epics. But the various loot chests do help with that a little bit. So if I go shipyard level and scroll on down here, I've already got another Northcut I can build. Almost got another Vorchot, and starting to get free stuff for the Crozier and Sanctus. So I'm going to get those eventually. These are the goal. These are the prize, ladies and gentlemen. Those are the things that Rev wants the most. That's what I'm going after. So I'll go ahead and do that one. I need to go do some of these today, though. Need to go do some of these today. But hey, you got some pulls and, of course, some epics. I need to go do some of that because today is the event. For those that don't remember, today is the event for doing your Zindi Armada. D3 epics for scrapping? I mean, eventually, yeah. Yeah. Oh, I need to do regular Armadas, but that's tomorrow. See, there's 5 more Sompeg, 1 more Sanctus. I don't need these anymore, but speed ups are definitely nice. These are obviously really good. So G5 Armada chest, awesome. And darn it, I don't have enough to double pull this, but that's okay. Go ahead and do this pull. Then obviously, every time an uncommon rolls around, y'all should be pulling your uncommon Armada chest. I know I say it a lot. My hope is that I repeat it enough that it becomes memorized in all of your brain. So yeah, absolutely make sure y'all are pulling those. I'm gonna go get that done, and then I'll do these last 2. I need to run Armadas tomorrow, so again, don't let Rev forget to do things tomorrow. Of my rare directives. All right, get these regular Armada directives in. Got it. I need to go launch some of those. So, with that in mind, let's swap this for our NX01. And Cindy, Matas, anyone in Ren. Go attend this. And I'm going to start sending this out to see if anybody wants to do some quick Zindi Matas. Sadly, I can't do a rare, but I can at least do some of the uncommons. What ops level is the Bajoran faction store unlock at? That'd be level 35. So when you unlock the Bajoran faction and go through the Dominion loop, level 35. We speak about Anorax and Zindi, who will be replaced in Pike, Data E, and Harrison. Talking about like the cheese crew for the low levels. Well, I mean, Anorax needs to be captain to take advantage of his captain's ability. You need Anorax as captain. Put that over there. That's also preferable to work on getting Seska and Suitors. Not something I expect a lot of people to have immediately, but long term, that's going to be your good loot crew. But that's all built around his captain's ability. So every time you hit a battleship or destroy a battleship, you'd go from getting 10. If you had full synergy, you'd get 15 of that chip, which is making it easier for you to do the big pull so that you don't really ever lose rare and epics. Like you always have an abundance of the rare and epic Zindi currency, which is quite nice. So I think that's one of the better things they've done here in the past year or so. Yeah. By the way, Denro, good to see you. Welcome on in, my friend. Would you get the G5 faction miners, or do you think the Nova is enough? Personally, Mihai, I think the Nova is enough. I mean, obviously, I'm level 56, and I don't need it. I don't need anything else. But, yeah, I would say that's enough. Now, can you get the others? Yeah, you absolutely can. Like, if you want to get those miners, that's fine. I just don't really feel like it's needed in the game. There's nothing wrong with going after it either. It's completely up to you. I have a Nova, and I haven't even tiered up the Nova from when I got it at level 52. I don't need to tier it up. It does everything I need fine for mining my 5-star. And the Selkie will be the same way when I go up into the G6. So that's just how I approach it. Ops 60, and I don't even have a G5 faction miner. Yeah, I don't plan to have one either when I get to that level there, Romeo. So I'll be the same way. Unless I get some crazy sets of pulls where I get directives, or I get blueprints. Unless something wild happens, I'm not going to end up with that. And I mean, that's fine. Because again, the Nova does my dailies, gets everything needed. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You get called to play pro hockey yet? Nah, that'd be really cool. Especially since I don't know how to do that. But we are going to a hockey game tomorrow night, and I'm excited. Y'all are very kind. It's thanks to donations from people out there in the chat, I'm able to take my kids to the hockey game tomorrow night, and I would say a big thank you for that. If y'all do want to support the channel, remember PayPal, Venmo, Cash App. Even if you donate $5, it helps out tremendously for all the things that we have, like the light bill that we have, normal expenditures, and so we can continue to combat Scopely. Obsidian Hamster actually replied to me during the stream when I'm bugging him about the event store currency, and sadly, he said no updates. But I will continue to bug them. And y'all supporting this channel, liking the videos, commenting, watching the videos, not just live streams, watching the videos, donating, all that helps me do this. I just can't say thank you enough. I greatly appreciate all of you. And yeah, thank y'all for letting me take my kids to hockey and let me be a dad who does stuff with his kids. It's really heckin' cool. And I appreciate y'all because I didn't have that growing up. So I love to be that for my children. Really neat. So rare. Don't know if anybody's going to do this, but you know what? Launch it and see what happens. Oh, wow. Somebody didn't finish his Indy over here. All right. Launch it and see what happens. Hey. All welcomes Indy Mata. Hopefully they attend. Got 15 minutes to show up. You know, if Scopely is planning to add Kazan, aka the Klingons from Wish, I don't know, Fenris. I don't know. But that would be good. Wait, where's this 60 at? Oh, my Lanta. Other side of the map. Does Tribune require burning to be effective? It doesn't require burning to be effective, but it definitely helps to have burning to take advantage of its ship ability, yes. It doesn't require it, but it is very nice to have. Those more shots really do add up. I actually put out a, it was probably what, 2 or 3 months ago. And I was showing my Tribune with some of the new crew and burning. I was getting off 60 shots in a single round. I mean, that's an insane amount of damage. So, yeah, really cool things you can do with it. It's still effective without burning, but burning really helps take it to another level. How am I doing? I'm doing great, Adnan. How are you doing? Welcome into the stream. I hope you're having a fantastic week. Have you considered playing / getting Civ 7? Graduated. While yes, I've been a Civ fanboy for a long time, a Civ 7 is $70, and that's a lot of money. So right now, no, I'm not getting it. Do I want to get it eventually? Yes, but that's a lot of money. So we'll see how the game rolls out, and I'll wait for it to go on sale at some point just to save money. It might be a year from now until Civ 7 is down like the $20 range and I can pick it up. But yeah, some point down the road, would absolutely love that. Heard you were recommending people max their Franklin A before next month. Care to comment or confirm / deny? You know the Franklin's going to get added to the Independent Archive. So good to have it maxed. Logic? I don't think there's like anything like super serial I'm like leaking over here, but yeah, simple as that. Simple as that. We know that that's going to end up getting added in to the Independent Archive, and we know when they said they were doing that, at least the rough timeline, so get it in. Yeah. Greetings from South Africa. Why would my Ferengi Whip tier 6 only have forbidden fragments in the chest and nothing else? So Franklin, that means that you have not yet finished pulling and unlocking your uncommon FTs. So with the Ferengi Whip, you need to finish unlocking all the lower level FTs before the other goodies appear. Once you get rid of those uncommons, and they don't matter anymore, then you get the trial bells and the protomax, as well as obviously the epic and rare. You got to get rid of, pull all of your lower level stuff and unlock them, and then you'll have the big options that everybody's kind of waiting. So, we meaning people who pay attention to blog posts, even people who pay attention to YouTube, because I put it out on a video days ago. It would have been, it would have to be tied to M score somehow, wouldn't it? Just maxing it once is in the mastery. The Franklin doesn't have an M score. I think you're confusing that with a Stella. Does Tribune require burning to be effective? Already answered that. Why did you repost it? I've been stockpiling Devore parts and frequency modulators versus tiering because the IA building usually has a cost efficiency. Now that's true, Guthwolf. I mean, that honestly is a neat way to think about it. I hadn't thought about doing that. But yeah, that actually is logical. Make sure people are bringing ships. I don't know if Doss is out there or Louis, but bring your big ship over here to my Zenyatta, please. But yeah, I mean, every time they've had a ship, or the 5 they have in there now, there is a cost efficiency thing, which is pretty nice. So yeah, that's actually a neat idea. Didn't even think about that. But like the Vidar Talius, component cost efficiency. Yeah. Remember you saying not to upgrade the Free Whip past tier 8. Can you explain why? Well, I did in the video. Oh my God, I'm gonna have an aneurysm. Because the rewards change after tier 8. You lose more Protomatter and Bell reward options. Like I said in the video. Right when I said stop it at tier 8. I said it right after that. Have you done a video on those extra FT pulls? I've been opening them up and I'm very confused. What are you confused about, Joanne? Happy to explain. What are you confused on? Speaking of M score, when the Revenant was released, I remember seeing an M score for it. Now I don't. Was that a mistake? So the Revenant has this, which is an evolution tiering, but not an M score. The Vindicator has an M score. You might be confusing it with the Vindicator. So the Vindicator has an M score tied to its research. Right down here at the bottom. You might have just been thinking about the Vindicator. So. Others, Luke was convinced by his chat, said stop the whip at T4, tier 5. Don't see the point in that. I think tier 8 is the spot. But at tier 4, you have 4 Protomatter options, but they're very tiny. I guess it's a risk-reward weighting thing. So that's fine, I guess. But I guess it just kind of depends on what you value it at. For me personally, yeah, I mean, I would rather be at tier 8. But nothing wrong with that either. Like, I get the logic. Mine's currently tier 7. So I'm actually going to upgrade my Vindicator real quick because I didn't realize it was sitting here waiting on an upgrade. Go ahead and do that. But yeah, what you probably were thinking of is the Vindicator has an M score. Now I've gotten mine to tier 4 and I can actually go redo my pulls. That's neato. Let's go do that. Let's go redo our pulls. And come on down here, Vindicator. There we go. So it's going to be more upgrade juice, more research juice, then more fleet commander stuff, which is always fantastic. And last but certainly not least, officer acquisition. And it does get better as you tier it up. Only ever got the temporal disruptors to 40 temporal option, but I don't know if I should do it. What do they do? All right, so that's going to be here in artifacts. So when you get the temporal artifacts maxed, their transporter pattern variant is this right here, the temporal remnants. So the more temporal artifacts you max, the better the turn-in is from going currency to currency. So get the temporal artifacts maxed out, you can eventually get to this one right here. So 5 level 8 temporal artifacts. So technically not maxed, but 5 level 8 artifacts or tier 8 artifacts will then get you a better pull using your currency. So you use your temporal disruptors to turn them in, and to get a better conversion rate, you get more of those maxed out. And whereas like with these, they turn into, get extra blades at the con, they turn into artifact remnant. So you got the purple one, then you got the blue one. They are used for different things. Temporal remnants are going to be for temporal artifacts, and then the artifact remnants for the standard artifacts. Like for me to upgrade these, I had to use the artifact remnants. If I was to work on the Eye of Ra, I would need temporal ones. That's how that works. Oh, hey, pocket watch. Nice. I'll take anything I can get. Absolutely. So your focus should be trying to get various things like the Stone of Memory that I probably should upgrade is getting that to tier 8. And then that'll help make that more efficient in that turn in. So getting your temporals unlocked and upgraded help that. I got to get the Orb of Emissary done. Yeah. Well, making progress on getting the Vindicator. Very nice. And if you have not heard already, 100% recommending everybody here do that during the pulls here for the event store. Get the Vindicator, especially with the problems that we've been having with the Oopsie sending me his recipes for this week. It's chicken and broccoli. Sounds terrible. But we haven't gotten the Vindicator because arenas has become so, well, y'all know how arenas are. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-oh. Only got Marv here with one chip. That's no bueno. Might fail this, y'all. We'll see. All right. So many things to remember in this game. I don't know about that until the whip past 8. Well, it's okay, David. If you did, no big deal. I promise you, because yes, you're absolutely right. There's so much in this game. But in that same vein, because there's so much, if you make a mistake, there's so much. Like, there's so many ways to overcome a mistake. I don't think there's anybody out there, not a single player, who is max efficient. There's nobody. So if that happened, no big deal. You're good. You're fine. Keep it moving. It'll be all right. So nobody's perfectly efficient. I took my whip tier 9. Should I just finish maxing it? Yeah. I mean, well, I would say this. As far as finish maxing it, you don't really need to. Like, you're not really getting any bonuses from it unless you're just really wanting to use it on Mining Monday. I feel like that's kind of died off a bit in terms of how effective it is. I would save all those upgrade uses for other things. Now, if you're wanting to say, hey, I've got this FT event going on right now, and I want to spend on something to use it for the FT event, sure. Do it during an FT event. So if you're max efficient, you'll burn out. That's what happened to me. I was max efficient for years, and I just eventually got tired of it. I stopped being max efficient, and I'm happier. But it just depends on what you want to do. But I can guarantee, I can look at any account, and I'm going to find something about that account that is not max efficient. Like, I feel very confident that I'm going to find an account that's not max efficient. So most of us are unable to max it with the diminishing chances. Yeah, so, like, keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and pull it up since we're talking about it. Let's do... Well, let's just do the whip. So my chances are fine to upgrade this, right? But all the currency I would need, what about Metreon Cascade? Oh, that's 100 as well. If I have one, oh, let's do Triumph Crystal. Triumph Crystal, look, I'm sitting at 6%. Like, that can easily eat up all the stuff that I've been saving and earning, right? Easily. Now, I can't do it because I need to catch up on Q Trials to make that happen, which I think I can do now with the Sompeg if I want. Maybe I'll work on that tonight on stream. We'll work on pushing up my goodies over here with my 4-star trials, because I have finished my 3-star trials out. I can pretty easily take down these now, which that'll help with my Protomatter earning. But I've got big boys like this, 18.5. I can probably take that down. Yeah, I think I can take that down. And we'll see what we're at over here. What are we on our Explorers? 18.2. That one's a little tougher for me right now. Maybe. Let's see what we got over here on Interceptor. Interceptor. Oh, yeah, that's a definite easy. Can take that one down. So, we'll see. Maybe I'll work on that a little bit later. Try to start working on getting my Q assessment rank up. I'm only at 321. For where that puts me with all other players at my level. Let's take a look. So let's go to assessment rank. Reset. Here, I'll put this on the screen. Shout out to STFC.space. Level 56s. All right, so we've got 156 who's already maxed out theirs. I'm assuming they were using the Janeway stuff. And I'm at page 2? Oh, no. I'm the 136th best in Q Trials out of 6,200 right now. But I'm pretty confident I could be much better than this. And as you can see, somebody's already finished it using only 56 rares. What's the best crew for trial hostiles? Pipe and Road Chin. Pipe and Road Chin. So I could definitely do better than I currently have, especially if I take the time to get my Janeway worked on. Is she even up there? She's not even up there right now. Got her down here. I've never swapped things out from when I was upgrading the other, last month. But finished working on Janeway's stuff for all of the Q trials. And yeah, that'll be good. Great. No bueno. So yeah, I don't really need that one. Was it this one? Nope. Field health. Where is... Yeah, there we go. Getting this maxed out. I needed more rare commander skill points. When is the next Fleet Commander event, y'all? Off top of your heads? Anybody know? Anybody know? Here, let me pull up the spreadsheet. Let's see. Day is... Oh, there's one today. One today. Question is, what time was it? 2 days, just had one. Did I miss the one for today already? Well, 2 days. Yep, we're just going to do it now. Yep, don't worry about it. Rev is so laissez-faire. Yep, do it now. We'll go ahead and get this one in. This is super important, super valley. Go ahead and get this upgraded. And that'll really help with the Q trials. In fact, I might try this with no boost just to show people how nice that can be. Nice. Obviously, I can't get that last 4%. But let's go ahead and active evader. Confirm. What else do I have in here that I haven't done? Increases battleships. I'm actually using an explorer right now. What was this one? Yep, do the MIT stat boost real quick. Messing with us, you know all there is in the game. Daniel, look, as much as I appreciate the kindness that you're, bestowing upon me, and I do know a lot in this game, I make mistakes. For example, I made a mistake in yesterday's video. Like, even in editing, I did not catch my mistake where I talked about Anorax helping with opportunity chips, and I correlated that with Alliance tournaments because I was talking about the wrong chip. I mean, that doesn't make the point I was trying to make wrong, as in, like, I was trying to push out a good point of good value, but I said the wrong thing. And yeah, I mean, sure, I know a lot in the game, but I mess up. It happens. So I'm gonna go ahead and do all these since I'm sitting here, because if I don't do them now, I'll forget about them. For everybody wondering, Rev, why are you doing this right now? You don't need to. You can wait, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, sure, I could wait, but I'm gonna forget. So I might as well do it now when I'm not forgetting. So I might as well do it now. Because I will forget. If I try to wait 2 days, I'll forget. Mitigation versus all armadas. I'll just go ahead and do this for the heck of it. And select. There we go. All right. All done. All done. So, did we beat this or did we go boom? We got it. Awesome. That makes me happy. I was really worried about that, but thankfully the Dare decks carried. Good job, DD. All right, so let's get repairs on that. Let's swap out the Stompek. Let's get a Pipe Moreau Chin active over here. UFC seals activated if officers not on duty. Nope, not unless it's the always on one. There are some abilities that are always on. You have to be specifically using always on abilities. All right, so let's do I have PMC save? I don't think I do. Pipe Moreau Chin. Crazy, I don't even have it saved. All right, let's go find Pipe Moreau Chin then. I don't have it saved anymore. All right, Spike, Group. What are you doing over there? And then Chin. Where are you at? C-H-E-N. There we go. Got him. All right. Okay, let's do that now. Why not? It says no, not Rev. What was the one? That one? No. Let's just see. Out of curiosity. I know I could do it with boost. Let's just see with no boost how much that helped out. Obviously, I don't have it maxed, but let's see. My roster's killing me, and my FC looks so sad compared to yours. Hey, Daniel, it takes time, right? For big Big one for me is incursions, was getting Fleet Commander Lorca. That's huge for everybody. That's a big one to focus on. Janeway is great for one thing in particular. She has some really good efficiencies for your research trees, but absolutely amazing for going after Q trials and it's just slowly acquiring them over time, right? Like I was one of those people that was waiting forever to get Fleet Commander Spock as my second. So, all right. And did not win. How close did I get? Come here, I was doing this naked. Didn't get close at all. All right, well, I'm gonna need to bring out the forts and stuff if I want all that thing. That's better than I would have done previously. Still not quite there. I'm level 45 running Augur, Defiant D4, Titan A Voyager, going for hostile hunt. Use PMC morale, and somebody said my crews were dumb. PMC's not dumb. I don't know what you were fighting on, but PMC's fine. PMC's fine. All right. We've hit our time, y'all. I'm seeing it on the clock. So if you have more questions, more things that y'all want to do, you need to join me in the Discord or Facebook or Twitch or any of the different places that I'm live. So if y'all haven't already, like the video. It helps out a lot. Thank you very much for all of you being here. Appreciate you, especially Kinky Jesus. Thank y'all. Love y'all. Join all the things. Hit me up if you need absolutely anything. Happy to help. Live long and plunder. Stay safe out there. Like the stream on your way out. Deuces, that's me. Catch you on the next one. And Chrono, you're amazing. Appreciate you. Out.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.